If Mars suddenly had breathable oxygen, everything would change, but not the way you might expect. Right now, Mars has an atmosphere made mostly of carbon dioxide, and it's incredibly thin. Even if oxygen replaced it, the air pressure would still be too low for humans to survive without protection. Your blood would literally struggle to carry enough oxygen. But let's imagine Mars had thick, Earth-like air. First, liquid water could exist more easily on the surface. Rivers and lakes might form again. Plants could potentially grow, especially hardy species brought from Earth. The sky would change too. Instead of a dusty reddish haze, it might appear more blue due to light scattering, similar to Earth's atmosphere. However, oxygen is highly reactive. It would slowly rust the planet even more than it already is, turning iron-rich soil deeper shades of red. And here's the big twist. Oxygen alone isn't enough. Mars is still freezing cold, with no strong magnetic field to protect life from solar radiation. So even with oxygen, Mars wouldn't instantly become a second Earth. Imagine this. Right now, the Earth is spinning at about 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. But what if it suddenly stopped? Everything not attached to bedrock would keep moving at that speed. Buildings, cars, oceans, thrown violently eastward. Winds faster than the strongest hurricanes would rip across the planet. And that's just the first few minutes. If Earth stopped gradually instead, one side of the planet would face the sun constantly, burning under endless daylight. The other side would be trapped in permanent darkness, freezing solid. Days would no longer last 24 hours. One single day would equal an entire year. Oceans would shift toward the poles. The equator would dry out, turning into vast deserts. Weather systems would collapse. Agriculture would fail. Most life would struggle to survive. The Earth's spin doesn't just give us day and night. It keeps our planet balanced. What if gravity suddenly doubled, right now? 1 second, everything feels normal. The next, your body weighs twice as much. Standing up feels like lifting a barbell. Your heart struggles to push blood to your brain. Some people collapse instantly. Cars slam harder into the road. Bridges groan. Older buildings begin to crack under the sudden stress. Birds drop from the sky. They simply can't generate enough lift. Airplanes fight to stay airborne. Launching a rocket? Almost impossible. The air grows denser. Every breath feels heavier. Even tall trees begin to strain under their own weight. And this is just the first hour. If gravity stayed doubled, humanity wouldn't go extinct, but we would change. We'd become shorter, stronger, cities would be rebuilt, technology redesigned, Earth would still spin, life would go on, but the world you know would feel twice as heavy. Look up at the night sky. Now imagine the moon slowly getting bigger. Closer, closer. Right now, the moon keeps our planet stable. It controls tides, it steadies Earth's tilt, it shapes life itself. But if the moon began falling toward us, the first sign wouldn't be impact. Tides would grow massive, coastal cities would flood under towering walls of water. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions would intensify as gravity pulled at our planet's crust. Days before collision, the moon would fill half the sky. Then, impact. The energy released would be beyond imagination, far greater than any asteroid strike in history. Entire oceans would vaporize, the atmosphere would ignite with debris, the surface would melt into a sea of fire. The collision could even shatter both worlds, forming rings of molten rock around what's left of Earth. Life as we know it would end in moments. The moon may look peaceful, but its fall would be catastrophic. If you fell into a black hole, your journey would begin with something called the event horizon, the point of no return. Once you cross it, not even light can escape. As you fall closer, gravity wouldn't just pull you down, it would stretch you. The force on your feet would be much stronger than on your head. Scientists call this spaghettification. You'd be stretched into a long, thin strand of matter. From the outside, though, something strange happens. To distant observers, you'd appear to slow down and freeze at the edge, fading away as your light becomes redder and dimmer. Inside, physics gets mysterious. At the center lies the singularity, a point where gravity becomes infinite and the known laws of physics break down. Would you be crushed instantly? Could black holes lead to other universes? We don't know yet. Black holes aren't just cosmic monsters. They're gateways to the biggest unanswered questions in the universe.